All right, Instagram fucking Q&A time. Your guys' favorite. We got another one, baby. I'm just loading up these questions right now. I got a lot of them, so you know the fucking drill. Hopefully this isn't set up too bad. Not really good with the tripod, but I think the lighting's all right. So fuck it, let's get into it. We got a lot of questions to ask. You guys asked me a lot of fucking questions. Do you plan on competing? Not really. No, not anytime soon. The reason why is because I feel like bodybuilding right now is just not what it used to be. I'm a big fan of the golden era bodybuilding, and I feel like bodybuilders are fucking boring. And the reason why is because they put all their mental energy and time into taking drugs, into eating the same fucking shit 5-6 times a fucking day. I don't know if you ever tried doing that, but you're taxing yourself mentally. Like, I probably won't even make nearly as much content if I was competing as a bodybuilder, because I'd be more focused on eating the same foods, taking the same drugs, and I would have no energy to make content. And so I look at these bodybuilders and they seem like they fucking hate their life. You look at bodybuilders from, I don't know, the 70s, golden era, they actually looked like, you know, they were having fun. They were enjoying it. So that's kind of what I like doing now. I just like having fun and enjoying, you know, fitness and bodybuilding. So competing, there's no money in it either. You're just risking your health even more. I would have to take even more drugs to compete. I'm risking my health, my mental well-being. I'm obviously not going to be in really the best of moods. So it's like, any plans to make a funk playlist? I actually have some funk songs on my Daddy D Trend Spotify. If you want to check some of the music, I've been getting into funk music a lot lately. It's really good. Check it out. You know the drill. Favorite tricep exercise? I'm honestly a big fan of what is it, skull crushers? Or is it I don't think it's a skull. It's a is it the military? No. It's kind of like a skull crusher. I like the skull crushers. Yeah. It's the one where you get the easy bar. You just fucking hammer it out. You get the hang on the triceps. I also like doing, you know, fucking tricep extension with those little weird rectangular bars. I'd probably be confused. But, oh, the French press. Yeah, the French press. You get, it's not a skull crusher, it's a French press. You grab an easy bar and you lay down on a bench and you just hammer out this fucking triceps. That's probably my favorite. You can go heavy on those. It gets that hang, you know, when you hit a front double bi, that tricep hang. How much did you sacrifice for your physique? I mean, I didn't really sacrifice much of anything. I mean, besides maybe social life a bit. You know, I don't party. I don't drink, I don't go out to clubs, I don't really hang out with friends that much. Just focus on the grind, focus on bodybuilding. It's what makes me feel good. You know, I feel happy doing this, achieving my goals. I like having fun here and there. But at the end of the day, my main focus is bodybuilding, making content, progressing my physique, improving myself. Self-improvement's always been very key for me. So that's pretty much what I love doing. I wouldn't say I've sacrificed anything because it's given me everything. Tattoos soon? No, I don't see myself ever getting tattoos. I like, you know, clean look. I like the clean look. I'm not really into tattoos. When I was younger, I actually did want to get tattoos. I thought about it more often. Like, I even wanted one on my face back in my savage days. It was fucking stupid. I'm glad I didn't do that. Glad I was broke. Probably would have done something stupid. But now that I look at it, I'm not really into tattoos. I don't see ever getting anything at least covering that's easy to see. Maybe something small when I'm older. How does it feel to be fulfilling my dreams? Honestly, it feels amazing. I'm never satisfied, you know, so I always want to keep going, keep building, keep improving. So I'm never satisfied. Every day, every waking day, I try to find more motivation, whatever, just to keep going. So like my physique, I'm never satisfied with my content and expanding my, you know, social media. Social medias, my socials growing, influencing other people, reaching out to people. But how does it feel to actually be fulfilling it? It's the greatest feeling ever. It's like stress-free. Imagine you're just riding a wave, you know? You're just only going up. You're riding a wave, and no matter what happens, you will continue going up as long as you keep being consistent. So that's how it feels. It feels really great. You know, I'm very appreciative of you guys. That's why I talk to you guys in the Discord. That's why I try to reply to as many comments as possible. I try to reply to DMs. Whenever a fan comes up, talks to me, I always talk to them. In fact, I feel like I'm asking them more questions than they're asking me most of the time, so they're kind of caught off guard. So I'm very appreciative, and I'm always going to be like that. A lot of influencers really don't give a fuck about their fans. They really don't care, and I love you guys because without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So why wouldn't I be appreciative? Is Enovar good or a waste of money? Enovar is pretty good. Don't expect crazy gains off it though. It's nothing like Tren. So don't expect to blow the fuck up on Enovar. It's very moderate. I like running at about 100 milligrams a day. 50 is all right. You don't really notice a whole lot physically at 50, but 100 is where it's at. It's really expensive. So unless you could afford it, you have a good plug, I wouldn't really run it. But it is really good if you're running it with testosterone base and maybe something like a Primable, and it's a very nice, you know, it's like the jack of all trades oral. It's not best at anything, but it's good at pretty much everything. Not great, but good. How much volume per training session you do? I actually do quite a bit of volume. I like to be high intensity too. My volume's pretty high since I don't do crazy compound lifts. So I don't do like the bench, deadlift, squat. I mean, I do dumbbell bench, but not barbells at the moment. I'll probably get back into the barbell benching soon here. But my volume is really high. I do like yesterday, I'll give you an idea. I did like 25 sets for back. I did about 17 sets for biceps, and I did about 6 sets for rear delts with the face pulls. So volume's pretty high. I've always been like that. Even when I was natural, I loved training high volume. I love being in the gym for 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. Some people think it's a waste of time. I mean, I bring a Gatorade or 2 with me, some honey. Keep, you know, myself filled out from the glycogen, the carbs, keep my energies up, be around people I get to talk to, maybe some fans, get a gnarly pump, you know, work out, burn a little extra calories the golden arrow way. I take my training after golden arrow like Arnold and Serge Nubret. So that's kind of how I built my physique so fast, is I attribute it to the high volume. I mean, the weights, lifting heavy is good here and there. Progressive overload's good, but I would say the high volume and just pumping the muscle up effectively is what really has built my physique. So I'll do like 20 sets for chest, 15 for triceps, 8 for rear delts. You know, so my volume's really high. Do you do any cardio? Of course, yeah. Yeah, I do a little cardio. Something like that, late night cardio. Yeah. When are you heading to zoo again? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. The people there were great. I loved the people at zoo, but I think next time I go to LA, which is next week, Thursday, Friday. Today is, what is today? Today's Wednesday. I'll be probably heading to Gold's. I much prefer Gold's. It's just the better gym. Zoo's too fucking small. I barely got a chest workout in. Just too small. Your most tremendous cycle? I would say it was when I was 20. I was running like, what was I running? I was running 1,000 milligrams a test. I was running like 200 to 300 milligrams test no ester a week on top of that. So about 1,300 milligrams a test. I was running like 1,300 milligrams of Tren. I was running 150 milligrams of Anadrol a day. I was around 255, 20 years old. This was around this time last year. But yeah, I didn't run that the entire cycle. It was like a 20-week cycle. I ran that probably the last 6 or 7 weeks. So I don't recommend it. Don't do it. I did not have a good time mentally, but the gains were great. I didn't really care. I like to experiment, see how far my body can go. And it was great. I don't regret it, but probably could have been a lot safer. Probably wasn't needed, but fuck it, who gives a fuck? Why do Stacy's love it when the D-Tren is in a constant state of anabolism? Well, I feel like women do love my physique. You know, they love how I look. I've always been an attractive dude. I feel like women, in terms of anabolism, love my personality of anabolism. Women, they always think, oh, looks like an attractive dude, maybe a douchebag, whatever. just like another gym douchebag. And then they talk to me, they realize I'm quite a gentleman, quite affectionate, I'm very sweet, and that's when women tend to get a little bit obsessed, fall in love. They just enjoy being around me because I know how to talk to women. I'm very genuine. I mean, I grew up around women my entire life. That's who I was always around. I have 3 sisters, so that's probably why. But I'm very genuine with women. I'm very sweet. I'm a gentleman. Physically affectionate. Women like that. They like affection. That's what I'm good at giving. I know on my TikToks I might seem like a douchebag or like, you know, a guy that treats women badly or maybe doesn't give a fuck. It's not how I am. In reality, I'm very respectful to both men and women. I try to be, at least. What do you think about Stacy's on roids? I mean, I'm not really into it. They look like men. I mean, if you like women that look like men, all power to you, but the virilization effects from gear on women, it's not the best. Typically is long-term, the clit, or their jaw, or their face, they get facial hair, or they lose the hair on their head, or their skin gets very tight, get vascular, their boobs get smaller, upper chest gets bigger. Fun fact about women is that most women on gear, even if it's barely anything, will have bigger deltoids and a bigger upper chest and bigger triceps than most natural men that have trained their entire lives. So women are very sensitive to androgens in that regard. But I do not find it that attractive. It's not really what I'm into. Some girls look good, you know, if they're doing more moderate dosages, but I'm not into the look, the roided, the girl roider, the cat mom roider look. I'm not into it. What's your split? The moment split is just essentially like a push-pull legs. I just do back and bis, chest and tris, but I'll do back, bis, rear delts, chest, tris, side delts, legs. The calves, no abs. We don't train abs. Personal hygiene routine. How do I stay fresh? Well, it's funny because, you know, if you look at my skin, it's pretty clean. You know, it's pretty clear. I use this French moisturizer in the shower twice a day. Every time I take a shower, and that's about it. I tan, whatever. I naturally, you know, genetically have pretty good skin, I would say. I'm lucky in that regard. But I really don't do anything. I just make sure I moisturize my face. I drink a lot of water, and that's about it. Control my hormones, control my estrogen. I don't really deal with the acnes. I never really had a lot of acne growing up anyway. So I don't really do much, you know. Daily macros, honestly, I don't really count macros. If I had to guess, anywhere from 3,200 to 4,000. I don't really count, I just go off how my body feels. If I feel like I need to eat more, I eat more. If I'm full and content, that's it. I try to keep the protein around 250 to 300 grams. Carbs high around my workouts, post-workout. You know the drill, keep it simple. Don't be, you know, too analytical about it. Will BAS and Qs make it harder for your body to regain its natural test when you decide to PCT? Yes, more than likely it will. The longer you're on, obviously, the more shut down you're going to be, especially if you're taking shit like Tren. That's why I don't recommend anyone to take Tren unless they're blasting and cruising, because that PCT is going to be rough. So, yeah, it will, but more likely you could be able to, you know, get your testosterone back naturally, even if you did 10 years of blasting and cruising. Might not be the same, also because you're older, because of gear, you never really know. So, in my eyes, I'm never coming off gear. I love it, I'll always run it, so I don't really care about my natural testosterone. Why did you start taking Tren so early? You know, I honestly just didn't care. I was like, why not? It's the best bang for my buck. I didn't have a lot of money, and I wanted the most powerful steroid. I wanted to make the most progress as fast as possible. Took a risk, and I started taking it. You know, probably not smart, but bodybuilding isn't about being smart. Bodybuilding is about results, how you look in the mirror. And I finally, I guess it's a good thing I figured out, because I don't really get much negative sides from it besides lethargy and sensitive nips and kind of depressed feelings sometimes. So I'm actually off Tren. I stopped running it 3 days ago. I don't know if you've heard, but I've replaced Tren with Primobolan. I'm gonna run a high dose Primobolan and an Anthate. The reason why is because my nips started getting really messed up from running it, which has always happened, but more so than usual because I was running DHB with it and I accidentally threw it away. And I guess it was stopping the progesterone to mess with my nips. Before anyone says control prolactin, I did. I was taking Caber, and I had rather low to normal E2. So you can still get tren gyno, even if you're taking Caber, even if your E2 is low, from progesterone. And you can't control progesterone unless taking another steroid like a Winstrol, a DHB, an EQ, or Primobolan. So I actually just might not run it for a while because why not? It's like a new chapter. Still D-tren, but don't need the tren. If you only take GH once per day, how much would you take? I would take 5 IUs, me personally, in the morning. I already take 6 a day, so if I were to do it, I'd just take 5, you know? So, whatever. It's best to take it 2. I take it right now in the morning, 3 IUs in the morning, fasted, and then I take 3 IUs pre-workout. What got you into lifting? Just seeing how it made guys look and feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, he was a confident guy. He loved life. He looked like he really enjoyed it. I seen how people admired him, and I wanted that. You know, I wanted to make it my career. The golden era way of life. I wanted to live like Arnold on Venice, Santa Monica, beach, sun, you know, the gym, the food. That's what I wanted. So that's what really motivated me. What's the best part about being on the sauce? Mainly for me, it makes me feel really good. Obviously, I look good. I make gains in the gym. The gym is the best, most happiest place for me to be. So the main reason why I like it is it's supporting me in reaching my goals. It's helping me reach my goals, which is, you know, my physique and of course just the fitness industry. But mainly I just love making results in the gym like anyone else, you know, so that's why I love being on gear and it makes me feel good. You know, I don't like feeling slumped over. I don't like drinking, smoking that much or taking other recreational drugs. So gear's, you know, it's made for me. I respond pretty well. Why not, you know? What are some misconceptions people have about you that make you laugh when you hear them? That I'm like a douchebag. I get that one a lot. That I'm a piece of shit or that I'm promoting gear. You know, people say I'm promoting gear, which doesn't make sense. I make no money off of doing that. You know, I don't promote gear. I'm not selling it. I'm an asshole, a douchebag. I'm not. I'm actually very nice guy to talk to. I'll talk to anyone in the gym. I talk to my fans every day, which majority influencers are not doing. I mean, I have conversations all day with my fans on Discord, on Snapchat. I try to respond to them. On TikTok, I respond to as many comments as possible. I go on lives frequently. So people think that the D-tren character is who I really am, but it's not. In reality, I'm a very chill, you know, easygoing guy. I kind of carry my emotions on my sleeve. I'm more genuine. So I think that's what people would, you know, kind of get wrong about me, is that I'm an asshole, that I'm a douchebag. Can gear make your head, hands, or nose bigger? I think so, yeah. Growth hormone, especially in muscles in your face. My hands have always gotten pretty big. You know, they probably got a bit bigger being on gear. My nose is about the same, maybe a bit wider. My head, probably a bit bigger. Jaw's probably grown a little bit, but who knows? I probably would have still grown like this, at least, you know, my hands and my face when I was older. Maybe not, but it definitely didn't masculinize me. I looked very feminine. In fact, I looked like I was 16 at 18, but I've been able to grow a beard since I was 14. I reached my max height, 6'2", at 13, 14. So in some areas I was very developed, some not, but I think, yeah, it definitely can, especially if you're taking growth hormone. Best cycle for cutting, really whatever cycle that helps you, you know, control your diet the best and limit yourself. Drier compounds like Loratest, Winstrol, Tren, Mastron, Primobolan, Enovar, shit like that, DHB. Favorite flavors, Stacy, blonde, brunette. Honestly, I dislike girls with curly hair. I like darker haired women, black, brown. I'm not really into blondes, but curly haired women seem to get D-tren going. Why is it that you're so cute? Thank you, I don't know. I tell myself that every day. Has D-tren ever been heartbroken? Yes. My first relationship was almost 4 years long when I was 14. It was really stupid, but it was one reason why I wanted to self-improve when I was 17 and making changes in my life. I was tired of feeling like a loser. Sorry for myself, so my first relationship, yeah. Definitely had some heartbreaks there. I was alone. There was a time I had no friends and I was just sitting in a room by myself, dark room, just sitting there. The Xbox turned off, music turned off, and I was just sitting there for like an hour, just thinking about why my life is the way it is and what I need to do to change it. And that's when everything started improving slowly but surely. I had to really be self-aware and be honest with myself. What body part do you want to improve the most? I would say right now is everything. I want to get my delts bigger. I want to get my arms bigger. I want to get my fucking lats bigger. Almost as big as my goddamn head. Legs a little bit bigger. Calves, I really want to get bigger. So right now I'd say my chest, delts, arms, calves, back. Podcast soon. Modcast soon. What do you tell the Stacys when they notice the shriveled testes? Honestly, they don't really care. Women say, well, the women I've, slept with say that it's kind of cute. Like my tiny balls. Tiny balls, Big Johnson. Makes your Johnson look bigger. So they've actually never really say anything about it besides it's cute. They don't really care. Women don't really care about that shit. That's what men care about. Any plans outside of traveling in Houston? No, not really. I mean, I'm going to LA again next week. I love LA, I love the beach. Gonna train at Gold's. I don't know if I'll collab with anyone. That's a week before I'm going to Houston. And then I'll be in Houston. Other than that, no, probably LA though until I move out there. When I do. Best way to get over a breakup, just focus on yourself. Focus on yourself and don't worry about it. There's so much more other women, why worry about one? Why worry about one woman or one woman? There's so many others out there. Who cares? They're not thinking about you like that, so why even waste your time on thinking about them? What I noticed is that when you worry about yourself, women start worrying about you. Hey, tips for making it in TikTok, just post, keep posting, be consistent. Don't give a fuck. What are your plans for 2022? Keep doing what I'm doing, making content, improving, making more money, making more gains, just self-improvement all the way. 100K on YouTube minimum, end of 2022. That's the plan. I'll make it happen. What changes, if any, have you noticed going into third year? I'm a lot more mature, and I've settled down, and I just want to focus on my gains. I'm a lot more humble because of you guys, but I'm gonna have to cut it short. Till next time, thank you guys for joining in. I love you guys. Keep making the gains, keep getting the Stacys. You know the fucking drill.